Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mark Few Show. I'm Greg Heister, along with Coach Few. And Coach, for the final time, we're going to make you go back and talk about the Duke game one last time. Some general overall thoughts.
Probably the overall thought is, the guy that I got my start in, and I'm forever grateful to in college coaching, Dan Fitzgerald. He gave Dan Munson, myself, Billy Greer our first start. He always said something, during the course of a season, you'll probably play 5 games really, really good, maybe, 20 so-so or, okay, and then maybe 5 games really bad or not so good. And you hope that those games don't come against a quality opponent. I mean, we played as poorly as I've ever seen one of our teams play on offense. And it affected our defense. We played probably 15 minutes of pretty good defense in that game. You go back and look at the play-by-play and the film, and I mean, I think it was 10-10 with like 7 minutes to go in the game, or in the first half. And then our frustrations on offense just kind of carried over to the defensive end, and we gave up some easy looks and got frustrated and fouled. We didn't want Shire to get to the free throw line. He got to the free throw line, and you just can't do that against a really, really good opponent. And Duke's very, very good. As I said on the show prior, we're going to have to probably play good to great to go back there and beat them, especially kind of in that quasi-home game. And obviously we were nowhere close to that, so we got worked pretty good.
Yeah, you can go back and look at the film and break it down, Coach. But I mean, do you go back at all and analyze why you think all of that happened to this team?
I think it's just we missed lay-ins, we missed free throws, we turned the ball over. It was a Murphy's Law type of game. I think the important thing is that it doesn't carry over. For anybody to say you could see this coming when I think we shot 60-something% against Davidson in our last game. So obviously, no. I mean, that's college athletics with 18 to 20-year-old kids. So, but it happens, and it happens to everybody, and you hope it doesn't happen on a national stage, on national TV against a great opponent like Duke, but it did. So, got to put it away, and we'll watch tape together as a team when everybody gets back from break and learn from it and then move forward.
Is it good that it happens before break, or would you rather
it's never
play another
good.
game?
It's never good in any shape, way, or anybody tells you it's great to learn from it hasn't coached or hasn't played. No, it's ridiculous, and it's embarrassing. We have to go through it. I would have liked to practice last night at Madison Square Garden, but we couldn't find a gym. The whole town was snowed in. But, you just got to move forward. I think it lingers longer. I mean, it lingers with everybody. Obviously, this is our life, for the players and the coaches. And so, but you can't let it linger. At the college basketball, there's another one coming right down the pipes. And if you let it fester and you let it mess with your confidence or keep you frustrated, then it can start affecting your season. I'll give you a perfect point. About this time last year, I watched Michigan State get beat by 30 or 40 by North Carolina. They made it all the way back to the championship game. So that's how you need to respond to beatdowns like this. And I hope our guys will.
It's the Mark Few Show, the Coeur d'Alene Casino Fan Question of the Week. When we come back, stay with us.
They're hungry to learn, and they're hungry to learn the system and the Gonzaga way. So it's been tremendous working with these guys so far.
And welcome back to the Mark Few Show. There's a lot of new faces around the Gonzaga program this year. That energy. And today in our Coach's Corner, the GU assistants sit down and talk about all the fresh faces here at Gonzaga.
You get a whole new group of guys like this. You're starting from scratch, and you really can't assume they know anything because they don't even speak the same language that we're speaking, and that's the Gonzaga basketball language.
We have German, Canadians, a little bit of everything. So it's an interesting group.
You really got to start from the very rudimentary stuff and build your way up. So we have a great time doing it. It's so fun to get to practice, and because you see instant reward.
Every team takes on an identity and a life of its own, and in coaching, I think it's one of those things you got to enjoy problems that arise, because there's always something that comes up, whether it's an injury or, a player losing confidence or not developing at the speed you want them to. So, yeah, I mean, we're busy this year, but I also can look back and say we were busy last year, but maybe it was a different kind of busy. Maybe it was more managing personalities and, keeping, some of your stars so-called happy, content, and focused on the long-term outlook for the team.
These guys they're hungry to learn, and they're hungry to learn the system and the Gonzaga way. So it's been tremendous working with these guys so far, and we've seen growth already in Elias, and you've seen so much growth in a guy like Rob in the last 2 years. So as a coach, that's what you want. That's why you're in it, to try to help these guys and help them get better. And so when they do, it's really a source of pride.
I think you also have a responsibility to get to know them personally, and so there's a level of comfort there, a level of trust, that when you do bring them something that's important, they understand that you're saying it from your heart and it means well. It's not just coach speak. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm a people person, so I want to have relationships with people I work with on a daily basis, and I consider coaching these guys just working with them. They don't play for anybody. I mean, we're all in this thing together.
We want to make them better in every aspect when they leave than when we got them. And we felt really proud that we felt like we were able to do that with that group that just left. They all left here better citizens, better kids, with college degrees, and they got a lot better at basketball also. So, as a coach, that's what you want, and that's all you ask for. And sometimes it's not always comfortable to make kids go outside their comfort zone, but when they do and when they grow with it, that's really rewarding.
And welcome back to the Mark Few Show. Well, if you've seen the Decade of Excellence, then you know that it's all about family here at Gonzaga, the family atmosphere. Well, Bill McGinty has a lot more on this family atmosphere, only he finds out that it's a lot more literal than first thought. Here's Bill.
It is a revered place of worship, the faithful all part of a Zag nation of bulldogs that bark and sometimes bite.
Look out!
A family, a team, dedicated and determined to win. The fans rabid and ready for game day.
He can't wait when he gets home from school for me to get home from shoot around to pick him up to get down here. The beauty of it, who knows what he's going to end up doing with his life, but right now he's already got his own plan. He's going to play at Gonzaga if he told me if he doesn't decide to go to the NBA or Europe first.
The coach's kids, looking up and dreaming big from behind the bench and even on the bench.
The other day, we're at our exhibition game, and I looked out, and they're in the line slapping hands with all the guys as they came out, and that's priceless.
Kennel kids with courtside seats, little Zags with big expectations.
We were playing at UConn, and Liam